don't know that they would do that right away.
But listen, Will, what do we do with Houston? Seriously, we invested a 6th round pick in the guy, and then we released him, re-signed him, and we know he has the potential to get 8 sacks in 7 games. We know he has the potential, but then he got hurt. Can he come back? Can he not come back? Do we trade him? Do we release him? What do we do with the guy?
You want my opinion?
Yeah, if you were the GM of the Detroit Lions today and you had to make a decision about James Houston, what do we do?
Well, looking at this schedule, I would say if I needed to figure out what this player has, I've got to give him playing time. But looking at the schedule, I'm saying to myself, where am I going to give him playing time that I feel most comfortable? What team can I take a risk on if I felt that James Houston was a risk? He's got to get playing time.
Yep.
That's the whole thing right now. I think the reason why he's not having success right now is because he's not getting in the game. I think AG has something up his butt about Houston. I really do, and I don't know that, so I'm speculating. I'm just throwing it out there for conversation. I think AG has something about James Houston that he doesn't like. Maybe James Houston said something. Maybe James Houston acts a certain way. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe it's just cause and effect. You got injured, someone stepped up, you've kind of sunk down the depth chart now. And the time that you do get in, you're not very productive. But I think that we would do a disservice to James Houston if we, evaluated him based on the limited amount of snaps that he's had since he's been back. I think that's a huge disservice. I can't definitively, if Jared Goff got hurt, right, knock on wood, let's just say your star quarterback gets hurt and they're just playing lights out, for 7 games. And then they get injured and they take a year off. Are you going to then just sprinkle them in every so often and just think that maybe they're not going to be the player they once were? And then they go in and they crap the bed because they haven't played in a year. And then you just bench them and you put in the other guy that was behind him. I mean, that realistically could happen, but wouldn't you be doing a disservice to your quarterback by not giving them some time?
Yeah.
And I know the situation's different, right? Because James Houston's not a star. But I'm going to tell you what, you tell me another player that comes in as a 6th round pick and goes and crashes 8 sacks in 7 games. I mean, his efficiency was incredibly hot. So I've never seen a player do that before. Matter of fact, I don't think it was done because he smashed a bunch of records.
Yeah, his very first game, he got 2 sacks in 4 plays.
Yeah, against Josh Allen.
Yep, in the Bills.
Yeah.
A mobile quarterback.
I was there. Thanksgiving, I believe.
Yeah.
So I think we would be doing a big disservice by not giving him some time. Nobody is going to take him off our hands. He is not worth a 6th round pick right now because of the fact that he hasn't reproven himself since he's been back. Now, you may find someone that will overpay for him. By overpay, I'm talking 6th round pick. I feel like right now they need to get him some time. He would have really benefited off of playing a bunch more in preseason. And I mean, playing a lot in preseason. I can't remember. Was he injured? He was still injured in preseason, wasn't he?
So he had a knee. Yeah.
Yeah. He had something going on. So it doesn't help that, he was hurt, then banged up again, and then banged up again and couldn't get any time. It also sucks that you're holding on to a roster spot for the guy because he has so much ability. He has it. I think the dude's great. I really do. I think that he could really help out, the rest of this defense with his speed and agility off the edge. He's just not working out as a linebacker, and AG was trying to fit him into that box. They did the same thing to Matthew Betts. They tried to fit him into a box that he doesn't belong in. Quit trying to change people. Just let him do what they do. I mean, another team is going to end up getting him, and they're going to let him do what he does, and I guarantee you, he has a comeback. A major comeback. And we're all going to be looking at each other like, told you.
Yeah.
So I'll leave it as that. I see this chat's probably lighting up. I don't think a lot of people are real big on James Houston.
Well, and one thing in here, Tarantino also said that why don't we send him back down to the practice squad? Well, to do that, you have to cut him. He has to clear waivers through all the other teams. And then you have to agree to a contract with him for the practice squad. I don't know if that would happen or not. That's a lot of hoops you'd have to jump through. You can't just send somebody down and then back up. That's just not the way it works.
I'm sorry, say that again.
The practice squad, because he was saying, why don't we send James Houston back down to the practice squad?
Well, we can. We
can't.
Absolutely can, but he'll get poached.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You could try, but it's not going to happen. Somebody's going to take him because he's got to clear waivers.
He'll get poached for sure.
Yeah.
And I haven't heard this, Mike P, about Houston's lack of, I guess I would call it, energy in practice. Like if he's not practicing like he wants to play. So I haven't heard that. I have no clue if that's a fact. When I was at training camp, I can't say that I saw that. But then again, you're not right there next to these guys. I mean, the guys that should have been reporting on this didn't. I didn't hear anything from these insiders or the beat writers about James Houston. Like he was a forgotten about player. Nobody wrote anything really about him. Yep. And I'd have to go back and do a search to see if there's even anything there during training camp. But I can't remember any. We kept asking, every day, like, what's going on with James Houston? Outside of an injury, what's going on?
He was hurt.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens. But I will guarantee you guys all this. If James Houston hits free agency next year, he's gone. Or if he's cut, let go, put to a practice squad, he's gone. He will not be back. I guarantee it. He's going to have a bone to pick with the Lions for not giving him any PT. And I probably would too, because I think the dude's got some freakish athletic ability, and we don't know post-injury just how much, he's retained. So there's that fact too that we just don't know. But now that I'm way off my rocker this morning on James Houston, let's talk a little bit about, I'm just going to have to do these videos later. So let's talk a little bit about JMO and CeeDee Lamb here.
Charge, ready for the fight. Noble hearts and steadfast pride. Detroit spirit, we wear it white. Feel the drive, hear the crowds embrace. Rock on, Detroit Lions will rise. With a heart full of dreams and the fire in our eyes. From the past to the future, we'll claim our own. In the home of the brave, we'll proudly have grown. In the city, where the roar meets the night, the Lions charge, ready for the fight. Noble hearts and steadfast pride. Detroit spirit, we wear it white. Feel the drive, hear the crowds embrace. Rocked on, Detroit Lions will rise. Rocked on, Detroit Lions will rise. With a heart full of dreams and the fire in our eyes. From the past to the future, we'll claim our own. In the home of the brave, we'll proudly have grown. With every game, we rise and unite. Feeling the passion igniting the light. Through highs and lows, we'll stand as one. A legacy, a tale that's just begun. Together